Hi guys, I'm Dimension Jumper and today I'll be reviewing Super Mario Odyssey, which was released for the Nintendo Switch by Nintendo in 2017. Now, Mario Odyssey is probably one of the best Mario games that I've played ever since the two Galaxy games and probably Mario 64. Reason for this because it's one of those games that has like a brilliant story, brilliant open world, brilliant a lot of brilliant aspects. And a lot of it came from the trailers actually, because I think one of the earlier trailers that was released had like Mario coming out of a dinosaur, and that was like one of the cool aspects. So the main story is basically Bowser yet again captures Peach, but this time he intends to unmarrying her, because I don't know how that worked, because he's a dinosaur reptile thing, and he's trying to marry a human female. That, yeah, I don't really see the it's good on him. I want him to go for his dreams, but yeah. And then he basically beats Mario, probably the first time ever. And then Mario basically meets up with this guy called Cappy, who basically go after Bowser, who basically trying to find Bowser as well, because Bowser kidnaps Cappy's sister. And basically Cappy is a ghost hat. Basically imagine a hat with eyes combined. That's basically Cappy and his people as well, because his people are basically hats with eyes, so is his sister. And yeah, and then you find out that Cappy can become Mario's hat, which was destroyed during the battle with him and Bowser. And yeah, that's basically the entire plot. You're basically going after Bowser and saving Peach, like in every single other Mario game. But what makes this game really enjoyable, aside from the other games, apart from Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2 and the Mario 64, is that this game has moons, just like in, as I said before, Galaxy and in Mario 64. But with these moons, they help you power up your spaceship thing called the Odyssey, which basically gets you over to different kingdoms. So the first kingdom you properly walk around in before going into the main adventure is Cap Kingdom. Then you move on to the Cascade Kingdom, then you move on to the various other kingdoms. Now, one of the main kingdoms within this game that was quite used within the trailers and stuff was the Metro Kingdom, which was possibly one of the best kingdoms within the game. Mainly because there were actual real-sized people, not people the same size as Mario or Peach or Luigi, but actual life-size people, and I think that's one of the craziest and coolest ideas Nintendo have ever used within a Mario game, because up until this point, up until Mario Odyssey, we've only seen Toads, Yoshi, Wario, Waluigi, and a lot of other well-known Mario characters that are either roughly round or taller than Mario. And I think that's one of the cool aspects of this game, where you can interact with not only people but other various characters. And the characters, apart from Mario and Peach, are Cappy and his kingdom of Cap people, which are basically ghost hats. You've got the snails, basically in the Seaside Kingdom, which is a kind of a nice kingdom. You've also got, as I said before, real life people from Metro Kingdom. And making her return appearance is Pauline, who appeared in the Donkey Kong arcade game, and I think that's really cool of how Nintendo are bringing back older characters and just putting them in newer games. And in Mario Odyssey, Pauline is the mayor of New Donk City, which is basically the whole of the Metro Kingdom. Now, within each kingdom you come across, you basically get to find different moons. Now, all these moons are hidden within each kingdom, and basically have to find each one in order to get to the next kingdom. And the moon aspect I really enjoy, because you can basically just find a bunch of moons within each kingdom, and basically doing different objectives. So basically, you might have to find a rumble in your Joy-Cons and basically hit the ground to get the moon. You might have to move a certain object around in order to get the moon, or within Mario Odyssey, use Cappy to possess certain objects or items or whatever, because Cappy it basically has the power to possess things, and I think that's really cool because you can possess a variety of things like a car, a dinosaur, as I said before, and various other things, including Bowser. And I think the possession mechanic is a really cool way of introducing like a new character and how he might work throughout the game. But I've got to say, one of the worst moons, or two of the worst moons that I really don't enjoy, is the skipping rope minigame and the volleyball minigame. And basically what I mean by this is that the jump rope minigame you can find in the Metro Kingdom, and the volleyball minigame you can find in the Seaside Kingdom. Now each of these minigames have 2 moons within them, but you have to get a certain amount of either hits or jumps in order to get both moons. Now the first moons for each one are quite easy. I think you need like 15 points in order to get the first moon, but the second one you have to get 100, and that's probably one of the hardest challenges to get 2 moons, because firstly, for the jump rope, both of them get quicker and quicker each time, or every 5 points or so, but it's just kind of unpredictable. And I have seen some other people doing it quite well, mainly glitches, but another way was I think was using in the Metro Kingdom, using one of those motorbikes and doing that to collect the second moon. And in the Seaside Kingdom, when you're doing the volleyball minigame, you're using Cappy. Now I have used Cappy before, but be prepared, because basically in this game you can use 2 players like in several other Mario games, but in Mario Odyssey, when you use Cappy, he is quite sensitive. So what I mean by this, if you want to have Cappy go towards a certain direction, you will have to be prepared, because he is quite fast when he's zipping about the place. And now it's time for how the game acts and time for some gameplay. Now the gameplay for Mario Odyssey is really cool because like they bring back like a lot of like cool moves from like previous Mario games. For example, the dive from Mario Sunshine. And I think the dive is really like a good, useful way of just saving me out of like tough scrapes. You can also like throw Cappy and basically just go like attach yourself to various things. So for example, this electrical line thing basically makes you into a ball of electricity. You've also got, you know, you make yourself a letter. That's the whole thing. And I think that's quite cool. Like you can basically use different like abilities every time you possess a different item or weapon or monster or whatever. And also like the movement is like for Mario is like the best he's ever been like in the Mario series because his movement is really solid. And also if you want to like use Cappy for instance and like you want to use him for various things, you can either use the tablet, the Joy-Cons, or the controller. But I suggest using the Joy-Cons on the straps because they give Mario more of a fluid movement of like how he can use Cappy and how he can like just be used all together. And yeah, I really enjoy like a lot of the gameplay. Like I said, you can basically just do whatever you want. And also the each kingdom is quite unique in its different ways. So for example, the Metro Kingdom is basically based off of New York, and I think that's like one of the cool aspects of the game. And also within each kingdom you find a created cap store, and they both sell you different things. So for example, if you go through to the purple counter, you can get like a variety of stuff, so like a sticker, some outfits, and some trophies and stuff like that. Basically, sort of like things to fill out your Odyssey. And then the yellow counter, we can no, okay, this is, I did not expect this. Okay, I didn't. Okay, no, okay. I'm just going to talk to him like this. Okay, so if you get to the yellow counter, you can basically get like life, some moons, and a bunch of costumes. Now for the moons, once you've beaten the game, you can either get 1 or 10 moons. But the only way to get 10 moons if you get like 1,000 coins or something like that. And that's like kind of a like, nice thing because like if you've been in the game and you want to get like every single moon, getting like a lot of coins is quite useful. And also this is the first mainline Mario game that doesn't involve lives. And I think that's quite like a nice thing because in previous Mario games, lives are basically like meaningless unless you have like 99 lives. Because like you know with coins, you basically get, if you got like 100 of them, you basically got an extra life. And yeah, just get life. So I'm glad like there aren't any lives in this game because there would be like a lot of game overs if lives were implemented in this game. Now with Cappy, as I said, you can like not only can you possess things, but you can use them to get over like ledges and make him go like long distances. So I'm gonna try and get over to the top of that created cap store. So yeah, so I think that's like one of the best elements of this game. Like Cappy can get you to like quite far distances, and you can make them, but a lot of the time you might not make them. So you will have to like try and find a closer location to those locations you need to get to. And also when you bring up world map, you can basically go to any of these checkpoints that you see on the map. So let's say I go here, you'll just warp straight over there, and I think that's really cool of how like Cappy just flies over there. And yeah. Also, when you have the map open, you can have a look at all of the lists of all the different power moons that you haven't collected yet from all the different kingdoms. So you got like, you know, and each one has a different number of power moons. So like at the beginning of the game, you'll start with like a couple of moons, but then after you've beaten the game, you'll have to find these big blocks, and they'll give you additional moons. So these are all like additional moons that you should find, and they can vary from like kingdom to kingdom of how much you can like get. And also you've also got a capture list of all of the creatures and enemies that you've captured. I'm only missing 2, 50 and I think it's 7, no not 7, 11, I'm missing 50 and 11. You've got a souvenirs list of like all the souvenirs you've collected, and also a music list of every single bit of music that you've heard throughout the game. So like, for example, you've got like, you know, the festival song, which is basically the Jump Up Superstar song that was used in a lot of the trailers. And you've got some like, you know, some of the kingdom themes, some of like, you know, themes when you possess certain enemies, that sort of things. And yeah, I really enjoy like a lot of the things of how like this game operates. And also, Mario can basically like just do that, like you can gain like a lot of just instantly ground pounds. So yeah, and also in each kingdom, they have their own. Each kingdom has their own purple coins list. So if you see here, each region has their own regional purple coins, and I think that's a really cool way of buying, then you know, the souvenirs and stuff. And yeah, it's just really enjoyable together. So yeah, that's been it for the gameplay, and now it's time to go back to the review. So this game, apart from being a really cool game and using some cool mechanics, also has Mario going on a collectathon of costumes and outfits from either within this game that's brought them in, or some of the old games. So some of the outfits you can try and like that are new are, you can have a swimsuit outfit, a sort of like a suit outfit, and even your traditional Mario outfit. But then you've got other things that reference older games or other characters. So you've got a Luigi outfit, a Waluigi outfit, a Wario outfit, and also like a car repair mechanic outfit, and also 3 new outfits that you can play in the game or use are the wedding outfits, which are basically outfits for Mario, Peach and Bowser. Now there are 2 ways in order to get these costumes. The first way is if you beat the whole game, or beat the game up until the final boss, then Cappy will become like the wedding outfit, or getting the wedding Mario, the wedding Peach, or the wedding Bowser amiibos, because those are basically, they give you the wedding outfit for all those 3 characters. And yeah, you can only use it if you find an Uncle amiibo, which is basically one of those cleaning duster circle thingies, but with an amiibo letter on it, like, well, the amiibo sticker on it, and that's basically how you get the outfits. Now, the main villain, apart from Bowser, is the Brodals. Now, the Brodals are basically like the Koopalings, but the rabbits, and they're quite less annoying. And I do really enjoy those boss battles because they appear in the variety of kingdoms, and they all have their different abilities and attacks and stuff, that sort of thing. Kind of like the Koopalings and Bowser Jr. himself, because like you've got one that can throw his hat and is basically kind of like a launch pad. You've got one that shoots out not venom but poison. Yeah, you've got one that shoots out poison. You've got one that shoots out spiked bombs, and you've got one that can have multiple top hats and basically just use them as some sort of like sweeper arm. And I think all of these battles are quite cool because of how you can like battle them. And then we've also got like sub bosses like this giant mega wiggler thing. It's a cool boss, but I kind of wish it had more oomph to it, like a bit more of like a challenge, because it's kind of a simple boss battle like all other Mario games. Well, bosses. You've also got a giant pyramid head thing with arms. Well, not arms, hands. And yeah, you've also got a giant octopus. You've also got a giant bird, and you've also got Bowser himself. And so, my final verdict for the game is that the game is good. I really enjoy the ending because it's got some of the one of the coolest endings in Mario history, because you can basically become Bowser, and you basically had to go to the end of the game while this entire cavern is crumbling around you. And when you do finish the game, you can go to the Mushroom Kingdom and basically collect the remaining moons from that kingdom and also the other kingdoms. And yeah, I really enjoy this game. I suggest that you get yourself a Switch and basically get this game because it's really enjoyable, and it's probably one of the best Mario games ever. If they do make a sequel to this game, which they probably will, I would say they bring back probably Bowser Jr. and possibly the Koopalings, the Brodals, and I would like to have like Bowser Jr. kind of like telling them what to do, kind of like how he did with some of the other bosses in like several other games, like, you know, some of the DS games and the Galaxy games. And I'm kind of have like Bowser. I like how Bowser, I would like to see how Bowser kind of commands like Bowser Jr. to tell the Brodals to stop Mario. So I would like to see that in the sequel. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.